A traitor is hiding in millions of our medicine cabinets. It masquerades as a friend, a savior. They say it keeps our bones strong. But for me, it almost turned my arteries into a tomb. I sat there in the doctor's office that day, completely stunned. Not out of fear, but from a bitter sense of betrayal. I, Harold Bennett, 76 years old, a man who placed all his faith in his daily vitamin D3 pill, was handed a diagnosis: severe artery calcification. And do you know what the real pain is? It's not the numbers on a medical chart about high blood pressure. No. The real pain is the thought of becoming a burden to my children. It's the image of not being able to bend down and play with my grandchild without gasping for breath. It's the independence I've cherished my whole life, being eroded by the very thing I trusted, turning me into a frail old man, just waiting for the worst to happen. That is the price of not knowing. If you have a bottle of vitamin D3 in your cabinet right now, please, take a second and just type, "yes," in the comments below. Because what I'm about to share isn't just information. It's a warning. A lifeline I wish I'd had sooner. In this video, I won't just be telling sad stories. I'm going to give you the 3 secret codes I almost paid with my life to uncover. Secret code number 1, I will reveal why taking vitamin D3 and K2 separately is the biggest mistake you can make, and why, when combined correctly, they become the most powerful duo to protect your heart. Secret code number 2, I will expose the invisible thief hiding in 80% of our bodies, the key magnesium deficiency symptoms that blood tests will never find, and how it's disabling every supplement you take. And the final, most important code. I will give you the golden formula for the Holy Trinity, the exact doses, the right time of day to take them to prevent artery calcification, and to truly take back control of your senior health. This isn't just a health video. This is a revolution in your thinking. Let's begin. Imagine your body is a house. The house you've lived in your entire life, the one you've cared for, the one you believe you know inside and out. But what if an uninvited guest has snuck into your home? This guest doesn't make a sound. No. He works in silence. Day by day, he is secretly plastering the inside of your precious pipes, turning them from flexible to as hard as rock. This guest is called rogue calcium. And the one who opens the door for this uninvited guest is, tragically, the very vitamin D3 we've been taught to trust. Vitamin D's job is to get calcium into the house of your body. And it does that job very well. So good, it's dangerous. It throws open the door, creating a tidal wave of calcium that floods into your blood. But then what? Where is that calcium supposed to go? Vitamin D doesn't know. It doesn't have the answer. And this is where the tragedy begins. The very calcium that should be the bricks for your strong bone walls now becomes the cement, paving the places it should never be, the lining of your arteries. It turns the soft, supple pipelines of life into hard, lifeless cement tubes. This is the real enemy, the one called arteriosclerosis. This is how the monster of high blood pressure is born. That dizzy feeling you get when you stand up too quickly. Do you think it might be because the pipes to your brain have narrowed, preventing blood from getting there in time? That ringing in your ears you hear in the quiet of the night. Do you think that might be the sound of your blood, screaming as it tries to force its way through those constricted pathways? The fear of a stroke that could strike in your sleep. The worry of your memory fading day by day. All of this is not just old age. It is the sign that your house is being invaded from within. It is the desperate cry for help from a heart health system on the brink of collapse. If you see even a small reflection of yourself in what I've just said, please be brave enough to type the number 1 in the comments. That number tells me more than just that you're listening. It is a declaration: I will not let this happen to me. So, how do we evict this uninvited guest? How do we show the calcium exactly where it belongs? Nature has given us a genius navigator, a forgotten piece of the puzzle that modern medicine sometimes overlooks. This is the secret that can change everything. In the next part, we will pull back the curtain on this unsung hero. For months, I felt like a man standing before a locked door. I knew the treasure of health was right on the other side. I held in my hand a shiny key that everyone praised. It was vitamin D3. But every time I put the key in the lock, it wouldn't turn. Do you understand that feeling? The feeling of doing everything right and still failing. That feeling of powerlessness when you knock, and no one answers. It's a quiet desperation, an erosion of faith in your own body. Where did I go wrong? Why was the door still shut? And then, during the longest nights, sifting through old medical journals, I found a clue, a forgotten footnote at the bottom of a page. That clue led me to a shocking realization. I was trying to open a door that required 2 keys, with only one. That second key, the forgotten key, is vitamin K2. It isn't flashy. It isn't advertised on the front page. It's like a silent hero, doing the most important job without anyone knowing. If vitamin D3 is the key that opens the gate for calcium to enter your blood, then vitamin K2 is the key that gives directions, commanding every single calcium molecule where it must go. It is the brain of the entire operation. Imagine it as a brilliant air traffic controller at an airport. It sees thousands of calcium flights landing and immediately gives the orders. This flight, go to the bone terminal. That flight, go to the teeth terminal. Warning! A flight is straying into the dangerous airspace of the arteries. Reroute immediately. It does this by activating a special protein, security team, that only wakes up when K2 gives the command. This team patrols and cleans up any rogue calcium from your soft tissues and arterial walls. And here is the secret that the longest living people in Japan have known for centuries without needing a textbook. Their natto breakfast is packed with the vitamin K2-7 Malawian Kwacha's form, the marathon runner, that can work tirelessly in your body for a full 72 hours. When you understand this, the powerlessness vanishes. And in its place, is a profound sense of peace. The feeling of knowing that you're not just letting guests into your house, but you also have a wise butler putting everything in its proper place. If you just had that aha moment, please help me by typing the number 2 in the comments. Your number is like a candle being lit in the darkness, and many candles will create a brighter day. So, that's it. We have both keys. The door to the treasure of health is about to swing open. You think you're safe now, don't you? Wrong. This was the most brutal truth I learned. You can have both of the best keys in the world in your hand. But if you don't have the strength to turn them in the lock, then they are both completely useless. There is a master power switch for the body. A silent saboteur that can pull the plug at any moment. And in the next part, we will finally confront that saboteur. Have you ever been in this situation? You walk out to your car on a beautiful morning, keys in hand. You have a full tank of gas and a clear destination in mind. Everything is ready for the journey. You put the key in the ignition, you turn it, and click. No engine sound. No life. Just a dead silence. Your car, as perfect as it may be, cannot start for one single reason: it has no spark. Ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what is happening inside the bodies of so many of us. You can have a full tank of vitamin D3. You can have the perfect GPS map of vitamin K2. But if you don't have the spark to ignite the entire engine, then it's all just a useless pile of metal. That spark, the silent saboteur that can pull the plug at any moment, is magnesium. And this is the most terrifying part. You can go to your doctor, get a blood test, and receive a normal result. You breathe a sigh of relief, thinking you're in the clear. But that is the most dangerous lie of all. Listen to this carefully: less than 1% of your body's magnesium is in your blood. The other 99% is hidden deep inside your bones, muscles, and cells, places a blood test will never reach. It's like trying to determine a man's wealth by looking in his wallet. You might see a few dollars, but you'd have no idea he has $1 million fortune stored in the bank. Our bodies, in their wisdom, will do anything to keep that 1% in the blood stable, even if it means stealing magnesium from our bones and muscles. Because magnesium is essential for our heartbeat. Your body would rather sacrifice your bones than let your heart stop beating. So, how do you know if this thief is running rampant inside you? Listen to your body's whispers. The leg cramp in the middle of the night that jolts you awake, writhing in pain, sound familiar? The sudden heart palpitations, fluttering in your chest even when you're sitting still, sound familiar? The restless, shallow sleep that leaves you more tired in the morning than when you went to bed, sound familiar? That baseless anxiety, or a brain fog that clouds your thinking. All of these are not just old age. These are the classic magnesium deficiency symptoms. They are the cries for help from an engine that is running out of power. If even one of these signs feels familiar to you, please help me by typing the number 3 in the comments. Your number is a quiet confession, and it lets me know that I am not alone in this fight. So now, the full picture is clear. A king, D3, a navigator, K2, and a source of power, magnesium. Without any one of the three, the entire kingdom of your heart health will collapse. The truth has been revealed. The fear has peaked. Now, it's time for hope. Now, it's time for action. In the final, most important part, I won't just talk about problems anymore. I am going to give you Harold's action blueprint, the exact formula, the specific doses, the best type of magnesium, and how to combine this trio to turn them into the most powerful army your heart has ever had. I promised you a map. I promised to give you the formula that I almost paid for with my health to discover. Now, that promise is fulfilled. Forget the complex medical terms. Forget the confusing web of theories. This is the simple, clear action plan that I follow every single day. This is the golden formula of the Holy Trinity. First, the king, vitamin D3. This is the fuel. Our goal is to bring our blood levels of D3 to an optimal range. Most experts I trust agree that a dose of 5,000 IU per day is an excellent starting point for most adults. This is a dose potent enough to ensure your body absorbs calcium effectively. Second, the navigator, vitamin K2. This is the GPS. You must remember this golden rule. For every 5,000 IU of D3, take between 100 to 200 micrograms mcg of vitamin K2. And make sure it is the -7 Malawian kwacha's form. This marathon runner will stay in your body long enough to fully complete its job of guiding the calcium. And finally, the power source, magnesium. This is the spark. The target dose is about 400 milligrams, mg, of elemental magnesium per day. But even more important than the dose is the type of magnesium. Look for one called magnesium glycinate or bisglycinate. This is the form that goes straight to your cells, is incredibly easy to absorb, and is gentle on your stomach, unlike other cheaper forms. But this formula is only perfect when you know the golden timing to use it. In the morning, take your vitamin D3 and K2 together, right after a meal that contains healthy fats. An avocado, a few eggs, or a little olive oil. Because they are fat-soluble vitamins, they need fat to be transported into your body. In the evening, take your magnesium tablet about an hour before you go to sleep. Not only does it power the D3-K2 system, but it is a wonderful gift for your sleep. It will help relax your muscles and guide you into a deeper, more peaceful rest. Do you see it now? It isn't complicated. It's a rhythm. A dance of health. This isn't just a supplement schedule. This is your declaration of independence from the fear of disease. This is you telling your body, I am listening. I am caring for you. We will be healthy together. If you feel ready to apply this blueprint to your own life, please help me by typing the number 4 in the comments. Your number 4 is a commitment to yourself, a promise for a healthier future. And to make absolutely sure you don't have to memorize all these numbers, I've done something special. I've compiled this entire formula onto a single page, called Harold's Health Blueprint. You can download it for free, print it out, and stick it on your refrigerator. It will be your daily companion and reminder. I've put the link right at the top of the description below this video. It is my gift to you. The map is now in your hands. But a map is useless if we don't take the first step.